seconds into the first half.
And a pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to St. Augustine Prep. Rob Strauss and Tad Kozineski bringing you the resumption of this South Jersey quarterfinal of the Coaches Tournament. Glad you joined us here on Channel 19. No score, by the way, Tad.
Yeah, no score yet. Why don't you give us the rules where we are, because this is our first time back at this.
So we are at about the 10-minute mark, and we have been informed by the public address announcer that it is going to be a goal kick to start the contest. So they are not going to restart the game at 0-0 in terms of time and score. They will resume when the blessed Mother Nature said, "You're done for the evening."
And as you can see right here, we are expecting a chance of some showers in the forecast. We're we're a good 40 minutes away. We're just outside Buna. If you're driving down the expressway, you get off at Hamilton, Route 54, drive about another 10 to 15 minutes, and that's where we are as we look back towards the homeland where there's some storming going on right now. And, again, you're on a nice surface here, Rob, an outstanding surface. And Coach Marley's was really impressed with one thing of this surface.
Yeah, the width of the field is definitely a lot different even than what we saw yesterday at Eastern High School, and definitely a lot wider than Sterling's used to, and the likes of Haddon Township and Audubon as well. So let's see if that plays into a factor. But a beautiful facility here at St. Augustine Prep.
Yeah, really looking forward to what we can have happen in this game. This is a very strong St. Augustine team. And Coach Marley's, we talked to him for a good 15 minutes before the game. He said this is a very, very good St. Augustine team.
Yeah, they're in this tournament for a reason, as is everybody. And they made it to the quarterfinal round as well as Sterling, obviously. So, you know, you're looking at the best 16 teams in South Jersey, and here's one that is, you know, going to be perennially in this tournament and in the running to win this tournament as well. So Marley's a lot of nice things to say about this program and the how this program has evolved over the years and the dominance that they've sustained here in South Jersey.
And, again, it's going to be a tough one to climb for Sterling as Wiggles is here. He's got to go all the way back down on the ground, go around the backside, and climb up the back. So, hi, Wiggles. Again, we'll just see how this goes. You're playing with what Sterling arguably could be in Coach Marley's career. He feels like this could be his best team, if not one of his best teams. So he likes his chances coming into this game.
10:39 is on the clock, and just as we're about to set the kickoff, the rain begins to fall here.
Oh, we blame Wiggles. He brought it in.
Yeah, let's we'll get rid of him. I'm just kidding. He brought the rain with him. As the umbrellas underneath us are popping out, then this game will continue as long as there is no lightning. So this game will continue.
And you can see there's the umbrellas, there's the sky. We're lucky we are covered, so don't worry about us people. We're fine.
Yeah, we're good.
As you mentioned, no lightning, no thunder in the forecast, so we feel like we're going to be okay to get this one underway. It's going to start from our left side here, Rob. And
speaking of the left side, if you look at the flag right above the scoreboard, it is absolutely just blowing really, really hard from left to right. We were on the field earlier. It was swirling around quite a bit, but this now with this rain coming in, this brief squall coming in, hopefully it's just a squall, but the wind is definitely going to play a factor, and you'll see it here in this goal kick.
It's amazing. It's almost, I assume, kind of like it was yesterday. It was actually pleasant, wasn't very windy. Now we got the rain and the wind, and here we go.
Clock will start on the kick, and we are back underway here. Still no score. And you can actually hear the wind, not only in the microphone, but also that's coming from the trees across the way here. So there's both players our players from both squads are going to have to combat that. The Hermits.
It was winning when I got up here.
You brought it.
You brought the rain and the wind, dude. Thanks for that.
Any time. Thought it'd make the game a little bit more interesting.
Torpy now sends it back. Far side, Torpy controls again. Tries across, deflected away. Two Hermits there and sends it right in on Joey Lomas. Dives on the ball, and the smart goalkeeping play here by Joey Lomas today, just really going to try and eat up anything that gets close. As you can see the sheets of rain coming in from left to right.
And honestly, it's going to be very interesting on how Lomas actually deals with this wind, because it's coming towards him. So
the good news is, as a huge gust comes in here and starts to give us a little bit of a shower.
Yeah, we were talking. It would be nice if it was from behind us, but of course it's going to be into our face.
Berkeley tries to get it forward. Cannot. Controlling now, Torpy, who has come to the near side. Torpy, dispossessed by Martin. Tries to deflect off of Torpy, now Ermel.
And as we look at the TV here, it's the bottommost out of bounds line. It's a lighter line as your out of bounds line at home as you're watching.
A lot of different lines on this field, but you're only going to see navy, white, and gray. Sterling going to be playing that gray near side line, which is tough to tell on the sideline, but even tougher for the goalkeepers inside the 18 box.
Yeah, because it actually lines up at about the 8-yard line of footballs where your 18 is going to be.
Defensively back for the Hermits. Picked off by Berkeley, a little miscommunication. Tried to find Moreland in the center of the field. Now they do. Moreland kicking ahead for Berkeley. Berkeley over a man, looking for somebody across the middle. Nobody home there. Closest man was Camardo, and he was still 10, 15 yards off the ball. Martin looking for space, takes a shot and swallowed up by Ryan Turner. That's a tricky shot there, John.
Really, it is, and Kevin Martin able to find some space, get around a defender, and take a nice shot right at the goalie.
Yeah, it's tricky for two reasons. Into the wind and skidding off the turf.
This is going to be a very challenging game. Every time we come here, we get some sort of weather condition. Last time we were here back in 2014 was the semifinals of the Group 2 state championship with Coach Caracciolo and the girls soccer team taking on Homedale in what Coach called the coldest game ever. Colder than the Point Pleasant Borough game, which was the South Jersey Group 2 championship. Sterling lost that game against Homedale, a 1-0 decision in overtime. Hermit's going far side, one-on-one. Timmy Hall there, looking to defend, and he does. Still keeps it in play. Now the Hermits back it up, trying to create some space. Turnaround shot deflected in and just goes wide. And it will be, I believe, a corner kick for the Hermits.
And what's also going to be very interesting right here is going to be the bounces. Even in this wet weather, the ball just bounces a little bit differently on a wet turf field. Also just a little bit of wind, of course, you know, to add to spice up the game.
Corner kick coming from the near side. No one able to get a body on it. There's Sterling saying it's going to be a goal kick, and it will be, with 14:55 elapsed here in this first half. Scoreless here from St. Augustine Prep. Rob Strauss, Tad Kozineski, and John Hallwood.
Well, hopefully, as we're looking, the darker clouds are moving through, so hopefully that'll give us a little more clearing in a minute.
It actually was sunny here on the way down here for a little while. And then John shows up and
here comes the rain.
Brings the monsoon.
I always got to make the game interesting.
Trying, man.
Lomas punts this one away into the wind, so that's going to drop significantly right around the 35-yard line. Football broadcast isn't until Saturday, but still we can use the yard markers as a point of reference.
And you know what's going to be very interesting is how Sterling's going to use it for them when they actually face towards the wind and all.
Moreland has Berkeley running, can't get away from 3 Hermit defenders, and now sends it ahead for Berkeley. Berkeley overran it, now corrals it.
That's a classic case of the wind there. He went where he thought it was going to go, and the wind just blew it back.
Matt Martin giving chase, and it's deflected away. Now here come the Hermits the other way. Good flick over for Justin Cecanecchio. They back it up for Turner.
And a big mistake right here, and Sterling could capitalize on it here.
Rain continues to fall, and we knew this was coming. And I think they knew it was coming last night. I think they were trying to figure out a way to hopefully elude Mother Nature and get most of the game, if not all of it, in last night. They only got about 10.5 minutes in. And then the game was called after a pretty lengthy delay. Throw in from the far side off the foot of Moreland. and cleared away by the Hermits, and there to send one in right to the foot of Ermel, and he's offside. Pretty easy call for the official there. Ermel well offside there. 17 minutes into this first half.
Sterling right now getting some good attack time, able to get some shots on net, even with the wind facing against them.
Ted, I think it's safe to assume that every broadcast we've done has been unique and an adventure.
Yeah, I mean, there's always something to it that we remember and we talk about. And I guess it's always going to be the weather whenever we're at St. Augustine.
Wouldn't it be nice to come here and do a game that's sunny and 70?
I don't think that's going to happen.
Not today.
Nope.
We can wish.
But we want to thank the St. Augustine staff who helped us out. We are actually, even though we're getting a little wet, we are under cover of the press box.
Beautiful facility here at St. Augustine Prep, and very accommodating to have us up in their press box as we were 7 years ago for just about this time, maybe 2 weeks earlier, for the South Jersey, or excuse me, the state semifinal Group 2. Sterling trying to make a run through Berkeley again. Rough first touch. Here comes Chekanekio. Across the middle for Sharkus. Whistle and a foul.
You got me on that one, Rob.
Missed that one.
I missed that one too. I couldn't quite see. I have a little bit of a
Needed with some windshield wipers there, John. Nonetheless, it's going to be
offsides are calling, all right.
offside.
Thank you.
That was a really delayed, though. Wow,
Lomas gets that one up in the air and then absolutely dives. And then I think St. Augustine knows that ball going in this direction, which they're going to deal with in about 20 minutes. Here comes a shot in on Lomas, and he hops up some, makes the save. 19-15 remaining, or elapsed rather, here in this first half. Yesterday we had the counting down clock. Today we have the counting up clock.
Yeah, that's usually what we have in our home Channel 19 broadcast. The clock counts up.
That is actually very true. I didn't even think about that. I actually didn't even really pay attention to that. That most clocks usually for a soccer game or even for a football game usually counts.
Shot
down.
in, skipped wide, looking in the middle. They're trying to connect with Aiden Davis, the forward, and could not connect.
Something you noticed early on, the higher the ball goes on this kick, the less it's going to go. So you want to drive it, maybe 10, 15 feet off, like that. That's the kick you want.
Something you want on we saw a lot of the boys' corner kicks in the last couple games, those low line drives.
On the other side of the field, if you flip-flop it, then you can kick it up and the wind's going to push it.
Collazo can't control it, and it will be a goal kick for, or excuse me, a
Pickup from Lomas. It was a
And just so you know, there are some whistles in the background. We have a football practice for St. Augustine going on to our left. So you're going to hear some lower whistles. That's what that is. You hear them right there.
Berkeley 1-on-2. Does he have enough speed? Can't get the first touch. And Ryan Turner scoops it up 10 yards away from his cage.
So the difference, Rob, when you hear a foul here, you're going to hear a much louder, prouder whistle.
And we do have a field mic right placed at the 50, maybe about 20 yards off the 50-yard line on the sideline. Maroney there for defense for Sterling.
Sterling's going to make some pair of substitutions
Now,
after the next whistle.
This is something that Coach Marley said. St. Augustine is a very, very patient team. They will go back to the goaltenders many times as they have to shift sides of the field.
3 subs going to check in. Jimmy Zingaro. They're going to bring in Kevin Stubbs. It looks like they're going to bring Jadis McFadden as well.
I think Jimmy says, I'll take the throw. He's got one of the best throws I've seen in South Jersey this year. He's got to fight the wind, though, on this one.
And the rain. Ball absolutely died. Looking for Camardo. Pinballs off a couple heads. Moreland giving chase, going to the near side. Flag falls down. The flag has been down. Maybe that came down in one of the gusts of winds. I'm sure that they're going to fix that. Or they might just leave them down at this point. I think they have.
Yeah, all 4 corner flags are down, so I think they're going to leave it, and Sterling's going to get a corner out of this.
Man down.
See the scoreboard, 22 minutes, 17 seconds elapsed here in this first half. Glad you joined us here on Channel 19. Rob Strauss, Tad Kozaneski, and John Hallwood making the trip all the way down here. And an easy save for Ryan Turner. Rolls it over to his left. And then booting it forward.
Wow. Wow.
Right to McFadden.
Wow.
Here's some trouble the other way. Here comes Torpy. Torpy looking for help, can't find it. Kicked away by McFadden. Physical push there by Ermel.
And Ermel's a physical guy. We remember him from playing in lacrosse and basketball. He is not afraid to use his body and throw his weight around.
And deck hockey on Sundays.
Uh-huh.
Jimmy Zingara is going to be the one to throw this one in again.
I'll tell you what, I think it's if you can just get through this half with no score, I think with the weapons we have on the restart, especially with Jimmy there, I think if you can go 0-0 in the second half, you're in pretty good shape. I mean, look at the ball right there. I mean, it's curving back 3 yards on the ground from the wind.
Torpy looking in the middle. Picked off by Timmy Hall. Gets that one up in the air, and that is going to absolutely drop dead. Oh, it goes off the head of Camardo. Moreland tripped up. No whistle. They play on. Ermel looking for Martin. If this was a grass field, gentlemen, this would be a completely different game. It'd be a lot.
Be a mess from the rain yesterday.
No doubt. One thing that Coach Marley's noted is there's an opportunity here. We'll get to that in a second. In the middle, kicked away. Going near side now for Torpy. Torpy sends it across the middle, deflected, and it's still in play. It is. And Sterling kicks it out of danger. Moreland. But it goes out of play.
Here's what you were talking about, Rob, if you want to pick up on that.
Yeah, this is what we were talking to Coach Marley's about. That lake that you see there on your screen was empty yesterday. And now it's probably about 6 feet deep because of all the rain that we've gotten in the last 18 hours.
So still no score here. We started 10 minutes into this game. We literally picked it up where it was stopped last night.
And it was probably with the same weather conditions minus the lightning.
And the loud thunder, too.
Thunder.
Justin Burr looking for Moreland. Moreland couldn't quite get there, and here come the Hermit attack.
Apparently they canceled it before the rain even came. So it was just thunder and lightning before.
Sharkus on the far side, looking across the middle, headed away by Sterling. Justin Burr away, a little push in the back of Moreland. Camardo sends it forward. Matt Martin looking for McFadden.
That's
Victor
John.
Excuse me, Victor John.
You can see that that's a pretty good strategy for Sterling. That was a little dump and chase. They got some speed. That's one thing Sterling is very good at in the speed game.
Little heel there by McFadden. Unsuccessful. Shot on frame and a diving save by Joey Lomas. Off the foot of Justin Cecanecchio. Saved by Lomas, easily his best of the game. We didn't see yesterday's, but that's probably the best save so far.
Again, Lomas is proving why he has those 13 clean sheets. Actually, no, sorry, not 13. Now he has 14 clean sheets on him. So.
And Cecanecchio is a guy you're familiar with, Rob.
Yeah, Our Lady of Hope graduate back a couple years ago. So went to the same school as my son, so a familiar face. Heck of an athlete, too.
Somebody started the goal-scoring horn. False there.
Or somebody can't find their car because it's raining so hard.
Oh, okay.
That's what it might be. 26 Almost 27 minutes into this first half. Still scoreless here from St. Augustine Prep. Ball sent forward. And they're just going to let that ride right into Lomas. Smart play there defensively by Sterling.
Again, Rob, if my strategy, there's that high one, it's not going to go anywhere. You get to the second half, no score, it's going to be in your favor. The wind very strong from our left to our right now. Here comes a free kick.
And free kicks from beyond this point are going to be very dangerous.
And this is one I think, Rob, you can reach the net from here with the wind blowing. This, if you want to try one on net, you can.
Yeah, this is one of those ones that might dip right underneath the crossbar. Lomas, he's got some ups. He can pull this off.
They're holding the ball on the kick. I've never seen that.
Lomas lets it go wide, and that's going to go into the lake.
Go for a swim.
Yep.
High ball.
Looks like one of my tee shots.
What was wild about that, and I didn't even know you could do that, Rob, like you kick an extra point. The other player in St. Augustine was just holding the ball. I'd never seen that.
It's one of those situations, it's kind of like in football in the kickoffs where the wind's just going to blow it over, especially on a flat field like this on turf.
Hopefully you didn't pull a Lucy on him and pull the ball away. That would have been bad, but good effort.
Well, it didn't go through the upright, so the kick is no good.
And that's the only kick you can do here if you're a goalie, that line drive 15, 20 feet off the ground.
Comes the speedy Ethan Torpy. Torpy going 1-on-3. Lomas there. Ball free. And it's kicked away. And it will be a Herman throw deep in Sterling territory. They have to scramble back quickly defensively. Well, that's a whistle here, and that will be a foul against the Hermits, and it will be a Sterling kick, but some nervous moments there for Sterling.
Yeah, you had your goalie down, out of position, went for a ball, and it was that close.
Nobody there to hold this ball down for Joey Lomas, who's going to take it himself. Get that one up in the air, gets about 25 yards, and then completely dives. Dangerous ball as Jimmy Zingaro went in head first with another St. Augustine player.
Yeah, Jimmy's another one. He's not afraid.
Berkeley tackled at the 23-yard line, and they are going to have a foul.
The difference.
He tried to split two defenders there, Ted.
The difference being here, Rob, this, even though we're closer than the last free kick, this is going to be tougher to get on net. You can reach it, but it's not going to have a lot on it. You maybe hope the wind can blow it a little bit to the near side.
Moreland is going to take the free kick for Sterling. One-person wall as it stands right now. Here comes another for St. Augustine. They're going to bring in Sharkus on the wall, as well as Shane Clancy.
Justin Berg giving some words to Moreland.
Right at the 30-minute mark of this first half. And now the official.
He's going to ask for his 10 yards.
Pretty easy to judge on this field, given where the yard markers are. Moreland on the restart. Little low line drive in there and score! Off the foot
Of Jimmy Zingaro, I think.
of Jimmy Zingaro, and Sterling leads this one 1-0.
Well, all he can do, you knew you couldn't hit it very hard directly to the net. He kicked the line drives, and Garrow just got a foot on it and was able to deflect it into the net.
So I'm going to do my little replay like I usually do.
Jimmy, known for basketball, our basketball point guard there, comes up with a beautiful play off a great entry pass, Rob.
Yeah, low line drive. So Jimmy Zingaro, he assisted Josh Moreland.
And now, I think if you're Sterling here, you want to try and see if you can kill this next 10 minutes and just have the win for the second half. That was impressive.
And, you know, you almost want to give an assist there to Mike Berkeley as well, who drew the foul, trying to split two defenders that set up the free play, or the free kick. So he won't get on the score sheet, but he's the one that set up the free kick. So, and there's going to be a foul. That's going to be against Justin Burr, and it will be, Burr does not like the call, but it's going to give St. Augustine an opportunity now with Ethan Torpy, the senior, will take the free kick from the near side.
Looking back at the replay, it was Jimmy Zingaro that scored that goal.
Yeah, Jimmy did a nice job just getting in the way of that shot.
Torpy to take the free kick. Still available. Kicked away by Martin and over the foot of Torpy, and it will be a Sterling throw. What a big goal by Jimmy Zingaro. Moreland on the assist. Coming
and
about the
McFadden's down on the ground.
30-minute mark.
Yeah, that was huge. I mean, it's again, two tough teams here in a game like this. From ahead is definitely where you want to be, especially if you've got the wind, as you can see him trying to walk this one off. Sterling trying to sub nonetheless. I don't know if they'll go get him or not. I'm telling you, if you're Sterling, then the clock is still running, Rob. So, again, get to halftime with the 1-0 lead.
Zingaro with the throw-in. Off the foot of Collazo. Available at midfield and kicked forward. Mike Berkeley giving it a chase, plenty of space in front of him. Berkeley cuts it inside, looking for Moreland, and it's picked off. Finds the chest of Justin Maroney. Maroney from midfield working one-on-one, sends it up for Martin. Martin to Camardo. Camardo back to Martin, and he's not able to save it, goes into the Hermit bench.
Now, was that the Martin that did our news today?
Yeah, 2 days ago, yes.
2 days ago? Wow, he did an I mean, I really got to tip my cap to him. He did an outstanding job.
Was also on the broadcast of the the opening round matchup, the girls' game against Williamstown as well.
I know Zingaro was as
Yep.
well, so was Tank. See,
So-
good things happen to Channel 19 announcers. Remember that.
Plenty of open positions available on
Yeah,
Channel 19.
that's right. Come on down. Come on. Speaking of 19, that's their featured player here. He has the ball right there, number 19.
Well, let's not even forget about Lomas. A couple years ago, also did the Triton, senior game.
He did.
Against Triton with me.
Doing big things.
The body of Moreland. Moreland looking for Berkeley, who's done a ton of running today. We don't have that the ability to figure out how far he's run, but he's got that big burst of speed. Martin losing a 50-50 ball there to back to the defense of the Hermits. It's a defensive miscue there by Sterling, and I think they're very, very lucky there that Timmy Hall kind of cheated there a little bit and got away with it. Coming near side, picked off by Maroney.
See, I like that for Tank. At least just get it down there. I think we're going to run some clock mode here, Rob. As you can see your clock here. Beautiful facility. We're at St. Augustine Prep, just out off of Buna, off Route 54.
Chekaneko out of the game at the 34-30 mark of this first half. If you're just joining us, Sterling scored on a restart. Jimmy Zingaro with a flick. It was actually off of his foot and on the foul.
Wow.
And that ball is just going to roll all the way out of play.
And that's a factor of the rain meets the wind, scoots along. That's something you're going to have to watch as this game goes along.
Well, as it is, the turf already makes the game a little bit more faster than it is on grass. And with the wind and the rain, as you said, being a factor, it's going to move.
It's moving like lightning at the moment, like an ice rink.
Don't say lightning.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Martin can't get ahead on that one. Timmy Hall back there defensively for Sterling, just turns and fires into the chest of one of the Hermits, and now it's Maroney, who's just switched fields, sends it forward for Berkeley, and that's going to skip out of play. I agree with you, Tad. I mean, I think it's one of those situations where Sterling can hang on to this 1-0 lead and go into the half, switch fields. Be a big difference.
It really will be. You got about 4 minutes to kill.
Berkeley seems to be everywhere.
That was a great hustle play by Michael.
Collazo into Wyan.
Yeah, make them go back. Take your time. There we go.
Substitution going to check into the game. Ermel back into the game for Sterling. Going to replace Justin Maroney, who's going to trot across the field and take a quick break after a handshake.
Thank you.
3.5 minutes remaining here in this first half. Sterling leading 1-0 quarterfinals of this South Jersey, or the Coaches Cup. The head of Timmy Hall. He's going to try it again. Swing and a miss. He's 1 for 2. Zingaro off his head. Matt Martin looking for Berkeley. Berkeley taking the long way. Good shielding, but somehow Berkeley comes across. Moreland, wide open shot, and it's a save. And Ryan Turner had to be sharp on his game there as that kind of skidded off of his chest. Had the presence of mind to fall on it and pooed it away.
And a great job right there from Mike Berkeley, able to be aggressive, go towards the ball, and able to make the defender make a mistake, and gave Moreland a chance to take a shot. Almost scores there too.
Yeah, Mike Berkeley playing a heck of a game thus far.
Good pressure by Matt Martin, who's now flanked out to the left. Quadruple teamed was Berkeley, and he's going to get the call. I believe he is.
Wow.
He's going to get the call 20 yards away from goal. And what an opportunity here for Sterling with just over 2 minutes remaining unofficially in this first half and already a 1-goal lead.
By the looks of things, he looks like he gets pulled by his shirt.
Official's going to mark off 10 yards. 3-person wall. Matt Martin in on the wall as well. Now he flanks off.
If he hooks this right, this can hook back in with the wind. If he can go around the right side of the wall.
Moreland, and that deflects away. That's going to be a corner kick. Deflects away off the wall, and Matt Martin, it appears, is going to take the corner kick for Sterling with under 2 to play.
You can see the clock in our picture. Again, take your time. The thing you got to watch here is we have 2 defenders back with 1 offensive player for St. Augustine. Make sure you get this one on the net. Don't get it out by the 18 where St. Augustine go on a run.
Matt Martin sends it away. Good corner by Martin, headed away by
This is
the
what
Hermits.
I was worried about right
and
here.
Here's the counter rush. A speedy Ethan Torpy down the near sideline, cuts it back inside now. Torpy looking to feed it in the middle. Colazzo, shot and a save. Davis with a right-footed shot, eaten up by Joey Lomas.
I just had a feeling about that, Rob, with the speed and the wind, and that's exactly what happened. You have to make sure you get that ball up toward the net inside the 6. Hermits had numbers.
Moreland, 1 on 5, and that's not a good ratio. Burr off of his foot with just about 30 seconds left to go in the first half. Colazzo, picked off by Moreland. Moreland looking for help, finding it in Berkeley. Nice little flick over to find Moreland, and it's kicked away with just about 20 seconds unofficially. Again, the officials had the time on the field. Not sure if they're going to go off the clock or not, but Zingaro's got to hurry here with 15 seconds, and he's going to tell him to move back. 10 seconds remaining.
9, 8, 7,
Martin
6, 5,
turns, fires, and that should be how the half is going to end. And it will. Sterling leads 1-0 on the goal by Jimmy Zingaro. And what a big goal that was on the restart after the foul that Berkeley forced. Moreland with the assist.
Great team effort by the Silver Knights in that one. Again, the goal for Zingaro. Mike Berkeley, what tremendous effort he's putting in out there. Got him a couple free kicks, got him the assist on the goal. Very impressive first 30 minutes of this game for Sterling.
So we'll take a quick break. 1-0 Sterling at the break. Just about 10 minutes here for halftime. We'll be back with second half action right here on Channel 19 right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time.
And welcome back to St. Augustine Prep. Rob Strauss, Tad Kozaneski, John Hallwood. It's 1-0 Sterling on the goal from Jimmy Zingaro in this quarterfinal matchup. Here in the the coaches, I keep wanting to call it South Jersey Group 2. We're not there yet.
Not yet. That's next week.
That's next week. For right now, it is the Coaches Cup Tournament quarterfinal round. Semifinals will take place. Tad, you know that's going to be Thursday? Question mark.
Wait, talking about the finals?
Wherever the next round is.
Well, the winner of this game is playing tomorrow night in Cherry Hill against Cinnaminson, a Group 2 team. In case you're wondering, Delran, the powerhouse, has opted not to be in this tournament.
That's actually kind of very interesting not to see Delran in there.
It's part of their strategy every year. They choose to play some teams in North Jersey and choose not to be in this.
It seems to be working for them, too.
Yeah, and so you can't say, hey, what the heck? So the big difference here, if you're just tuning in, we told you Sterling's leading 1-0, but there is a significant wind blowing from left to right, at least 20 miles an hour, and sometimes gusting more.
Gusting to the point where it knocked the corner flags over. They have since put the corner flags back up.
Oh, that's nice.
Let's see how long they last this time.
Which is aesthetically pleasing. And here's an opportunity here for Sterling as Maroney's going to dry the ball off with his shirt as best he can. Moreland tries to split two defenders. He cannot, but it goes off of one of two Hermits that are there. I believe that went off to Patrick Ernest. And it will be a throw. They're going to bring in Jadis McFadden for the throw. Rain has gone away. The wind, obviously, as you can hear, has not.
The wind has decided to stay and stay a longer welcome. As one of the corner flags has already fallen.
It's strong.
Two now remain.
You can see the officials flag, the linesman down there. It's strong.
They knew this was coming. The closer you get to the shore with this storm and what they are predicting, this is classic nor'easter. The closer to the shore you get, the worse the wind was going to be. I don't know if it's going to be this bad at home. We'll have to. It's a shame we don't have Hurricane Schulz here. We could ask him from yesterday.
But
Nice.
you have the Wiggles Protection Service.
Yes.
Martin dispossessed. Maroney sends it forward. Moreland will spin, looking for Berkeley. He's offside, but it goes out of play, and it will be Hermit possession.
Thought he might go for a swim there for a second.
He's had some wheels today. This is probably the best we've seen Berkeley run all season. He's been on his horse all day.
He's been the spark plug in this game, no doubt about it.
Well, as you mentioned, swim. He does do swimming after soccer.
That's true. He does. Now, again, here's an interesting kick. I'll give you a wide shot, and you'll see how the wind will knock this ball down if it's not a line drive.
That's going to go about 20 yards. Berkeley pushes a man down. That's going to be an easy call. A little too aggressive there by Berkeley, and it will be a free kick for the Hermits. Quick restart as well, as Berkeley had his back turned. Off of Matt Martin's foot will be a Hermit throw right in front of the Sterling bench.
Saw Coach Marley's there, knock that one down.
Martin retreating, and he is going to, will be a Sterling corner kick.
I am very impressed. For lack of a better word, I'll use your hockey term. Your forechecking has been outstanding for Sterling thus far.
Love that you threw in a hockey reference before me.
Not even a hockey guy, and I'm throwing it out there. That's all I can tell you. Their pressure's been outstanding. Mr. Farr says blistery and misty rain at home, so Hurricane Farr.
Oh, off the head of Kevin Martin, and it goes into the drink.
Well, they're going to be fishing for some soccer balls this afternoon.
I saw them in concert a few years ago, fishing for soccer balls. They're good.
All the play on this end of the field so far for the second half.
It's like having an extra player when you have this amount of wind blowing in your face if you're St. Augustine.
Martin heads it forward looking for Moreland. And the goalkeeper, Ryan Turner, is going to call everybody off.
I mean, even on a kick like this, if he gets it too high, the wind's going to take it and hold it up. He's got to put a line drive through.
for a minute. I think he's going to maybe take a throw, but doesn't.
Martin intercepts yet again. Sends it, looks to send it forward, trying to find Matt Martin. Off the foot of Matt Martin, the senior. Near side for Maroney. Maroney sends it ahead looking for Berkeley, but Turner there to scoop it up.
You can really see how that ball took off with the wind and the wet turf.
Turner goes with the throw to his right this time. And will be a Sterling throw. Justin Burr will throw for the Knights, leading 1-0, 5 minutes into the second half.
The Tankster.
The rain has subsided.
Yes, it has.
Got a good 20 minutes of some blinding rain here. Soaked some of our equipment.
Yeah.
Miss hit there. It gives Sterling back possession. Camardo. Middle of the field. Ermel slips. Turf Monster got him there. Moreland.
Yep,
And St. Augustine able to clear.
Yep, you just got to be careful where that Turf Monster comes out and gets you.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Ooh.
Berkeley misjudges the header. So far, the ball has not been on the defensive side of Sterling so far. That's kind of where they want to keep it.
Well,
it's going to be hard to do with this wind.
Yeah, it's almost like having an extra man. It's it's just so hard to get transition. Yeah, I think the goalies said, I'm gonna at least try throw it to the side.
Even then, he's having some difficulties doing that too.
Nice fake.
First real possession here. There's Chekanakio. He's fouled. And it gives the Hermits a chance to push forward here just about midfield.
Again, you're widening out the shot. You're going to see he's not going to be able to get a lot on this kick.
They elect to go back. They go to Braden Brown. Brown looking for space. Chekanakio checks back. Pardon the pun. See what I did there? Comes Sharkus. Sharkus shot over the bar and out of play. Good foot by Aiden Davis. Goes over the cage. Well over the cage, but he got a real good shot on that.
That was a very impressive rush up the field there. Quick one-touch pass and get a good shot. Luckily for Sterling, sent it into orbit.
And again, this team is just doing a good job doing the short passes. Doesn't go for the long ball, but
McFadden taken down. Foul called.
And again, the advantage here now for Sterling, if you get one up high, it'll go. They're looking to play quickly here. I would have set and gone for the win.
Maroney intercepts, and then he is picked off.
Sterling right now has got to be careful to just come down a little bit. They're rushing way too many things and making these mistakes, giving their opponent too many opportunities.
Now we're really going to be challenged with this scoreboard, Rob. It doesn't reset to 0 and count up. It counts up from the 40-minute mark. That we've never had.
Justin Burr back to McFadden. Maroney comes back to help defensively. Swings and misses.
Hits off his left foot.
Good possession here. Shot, and they sailed over the cage yet again. 2 good shots in a row.
And that's the concerning thing here, Rob. Sterling controlled the first 10 minutes of the second half. And now here comes St. Augustine. Looks like they're awake.
The wind-aided kick.
Look at this.
By Joey Lomas is going to go all the way back to Ryan Turner. Untouched.
Yeah.
Wind just came at the right time and just took the ball an extra, I almost want to say a good extra 30 yards.
Yes, it did.
Looking for a corner flag update. We are 1 down.
3 to go. Surprise.
free kick coming up for St. Augustine.
Surprised that they haven't, started like putting bricks on them.
Yeah, well, I got to watch that safety factor, though. You're going full speed in that corner.
That is true.
Brown. Middle field for Cecanecchio. Kicked away by Timmy Hall. Name we haven't called a lot today, surprisingly. Although we did the last game, making a lot of really good runs from that sweeper position, playing the back.
And you may not hear, you may not hear because, again, you're more in a defensive posture if you're Sterling with this 1-0 lead.
Maroney on the quick restart. Moreland tries to flick it over his head. He is now double teamed, now triple teamed, taken down. No whistle. It will still be a Sterling throw. We are now at the 50-minute mark, under a half hour to go here.
Well, there you go. Thank you.
That's quick math on my part.
I don't have enough fingers and toes to handle that. I think they're calling for a sub here, Rob. We'll see. No? They're saying that wasn't at the time, the table in time.
Maroney to Moreland. Moreland tries to make a turn. Left-footed service, headed away. It will be a Sterling corner kick. And now they will get a chance to make a trio of substitutions.
As this is going to be Sterling's 5th corner kick. So Sterling getting a lot of opportunities off of these.
Now, what you got to keep in mind, we talk about the wind blowing hard in the goalie's face here. So it's going to hook back. That's what the kicker has to take into account.
Take that into account. You can also score from a corner.
You could. It's going to be hard, though, on a right-footed kick.
Matt Martin, low line drive going to far post. Shot, and it is saved by Ryan Turner. What an opportunity for Sterling.
Big time save right there. That looked like that had a shot to go in. Great kick, too. Great serve in. Herman is down.
Player down for Hermits. Brian Sharkus is down. He's back up now. Stubbs is in the area. And the wind is just absolutely wreaking havoc. And I think Sterling got the advantage of not dealing with as much of that. 10 minutes less of this.
Yes. Because they played
yesterday.
That. Yep. Big difference.
Flicked ahead. And this is some dangerous territory. Ryan Turner very calmly comes out and
probably the one guy you don't want running in this situation is Berkeley.
No.
He's tough. Probably second one you don't is our point guard on the basketball team, Jimmy.
Mike Ermel as well as one.
Mike Ermel, yeah.
And how about Tank? I'll throw Tank at. Boy, we just named 4 off the top of our head. That goes out. I'm sure he didn't want to do that.
Zingaro will take the throw.
And again, depending what he wants to do at home, he can put this in the box. He's going to get a little push to the right from the wind. Now, he wanted the corner there.
Good job defensively. Burr thought about it. Going in with head first, he decided to go with the foot. Now the Hermits look to regroup. Timmy Hall sends it forward. Berkeley onside. Zingaro giving chase. Can't get there in time off the arm of Stubbs, and the play continues. Here come the Hermits. Looking across the middle. Nobody home directly in the middle of the field. Light tap for Martin. Lyon backs up. Going far sideline. Sterling defense all over it. Nice slide tackle by Timmy Hall into the Hermit bench, and it will be a Hermit throw 53 minutes into this second half.
Timmy a little slow getting up there.
But again, Timmy Hall has that speed, so I'm actually kind of wondering when Sterling kind of plays Timmy Hall up front.
The good advantage about a 1-0 lead, though, you don't have to if you don't want to. If you feel he's better served in the back. If you're behind, that's where you got to make some big-time choices.
Victor John.
That's amazing. He kicked it straight up, Rob, and curved 10 yards.
Did you go on record to say that this is probably one of the windiest games we've ever done?
Yes. And we've had some at Sterling, and what's been strange about Sterling, it goes from our side of the field to the far side. What makes this one tougher, right now, it definitely favors the team on the left side of the field, which is Sterling.
It's a foul on Zingaro. If it's a hockey play, that's an interference call. It's 2 minutes for interference.
And there you go, Strauss. You got to use use a hockey reference.
Just got to stay focused here.
Hermit's pushing on the far side. Cross goes wide of the post. Lomas all over it either way. 25 minutes remaining here.
And
corner kick here.
this is going to be their third corner kick.
Must have been a deflection.
Now, again, if he kicks with his right foot, this is going to get pushed. So if he kicks it towards it just inside the 6, it's going to hook out of the 6.
You almost want to aim for maybe a little bit behind the net.
Yeah,
let the
have
wind
hook
carry
in.
it out.
Yep.
Nice punch out by Joey Lomas.
Good decision right there.
Hermit's still in possession in the Sterling defensive half. Kicked away by Timmy Hall. Good defense yet again, Camardo. Matt Martin there on the coverage. Hermit's still in possession, one-on-one with Timmy Hall. Slide tackle over the end line, and what do they call? They're going to call a goal kick. Good defense there by Timmy Hall.
You're not going to get by Timmy Hall when it comes to speed play.
A very gutsy call from Timmy Hall. You don't really want to do that with a defender with the ball in the box.
You can see the flag there in this shot, and it is easily the windiest game we've ever done. So we've done the coldest game ever and the windiest game ever here at St. Augustine Prep.
I mean, he had to kind of half kick that to get it to the 50.
Camardo
So you chose
looking
to
for Berkeley. Berkeley on the far side, plenty of room. Has Victor John with him. Turns on the Jets, and it deflects away, and it will be a goal kick. But you see Berkeley there turning on the Jets there just out of nowhere. Well, high five is defensively going with Patrick Ernest for St. Augustine.
I love the fire that Berkeley brings to this team. That's the kick you got to have, kind of go straight into the wind, line drive.
Off the chest of Berkeley. Martin. Nice move around one, can't get around the other. Chekanekio. Plenty of space as the Sterling defense backs up Timmy Hall. Retreats. Ermel now defending. Chekanekio to his left. Sherman. Inside the 18. They were looking in the middle there for Aiden Davis. Couldn't connect.
You can see how skilled this team is. Really nice passing there up the field.
You said right there, crisp passing from this team, and
Good defensive play. Takes it away from, takes away from Kevin Stubbs. Papers are flying all over the place here.
You don't say. Again, the winner of this, if Sterling can hold on and win, they will play tomorrow night in the semifinal game against the #1 seeded team in this tournament, coming in as Siddaminson, who is also a Group 2 team who you might see in the playoffs. Long way to go.
Talk about a nice little litmus test for the Group 2 playoffs.
Now, broadcast-wise, if we get there, I'm not sure. We have to find out who runs that field, what the situation is. But
that's where, Tad, you do a lot of that legwork and
Yep.
behind-the-scenes stuff that I know everybody at home watching appreciates. So thank you for doing all that legwork, trying to figure out who to contact, and
we'll try. We'll see what happens. Still
do
got to
our
finish
best.
this out, though.
We didn't know we were coming here today until about 10 o'clock.
Yep.
that is very true.
Yeah, John asked me this morning, where we going? I said, I don't know, John. I'm waiting to hear back.
Yeah, we got the call, and it's like,
Here we are.
yeah.
Shot in on Lomas from distance. swallowed up as we are close to just a little over 20 minutes.
All right, so this will be halfway in the second half then?
That is correct, sir.
All right, thank you.
Looking in the horizon here, it looks like we got a little break in the clouds, perhaps, which would be nice.
Are you trying not to be Hurricane Schultz now?
No, there's only one person that can do that, and he's not here.
Okay, just making sure. You're safe, Schultz.
Your job is safe.
Victor John. For Martin. Martin with some space, coming out and making the play off of his line of Ryan Turner. Good presence of mind there by Ryan Turner. Quick reaction, saves a goal.
It's a good thing he came off his line, because if he didn't, he'd have been in trouble. I'll give you a little shot of what you're talking about out there, Rob. There,
Get that little gap there. Hopefully that's coming this way.
Actually, yeah, it kind of does look like it's coming this way.
Well, the wind is coming from that way, so hopefully that's a good indication.
From what we understand, the area around here got absolutely flooded out over the last, say, 24 hours or so. All that rain that came in, Lomas dives to his right.
In fact, flooded out. They had distance learning today here at school because a lot of the areas down for kids who live down at the shore area wouldn't be able to get here.
What a difference 20 miles makes.
Yes.
Even when we left Sterling, Ted, we got out of the car here and realized it was a lot warmer, a little bit more humid.
Yes.
For sure.
Of course, I didn't get to experience that. I got all the wind and like slight drizzle.
Yeah, you brought all that stuff with you.
You wrapped up the wind with the weather. He brought his bucket with him and his rain gear, and it came.
Stubbs collides there with Wyand. And it will be a Herman throw back to Wyand. And Stubbs comes back in, and that's going to be an easy call. That's a kind of I think a payback foul there by Stubbs. As Wyand is slow to get up. With a quick restart for Cecchinecchio in possession now.
And you
Turnover to Moreland.
You see that in soccer a lot when there's a close play or something like that. You can come right back at them.
Victor John tries to go with the heel play, looking for Camardo. That ball is going to absolutely die. Stubbs is going to be the first one there for Sterling. Off his chest and then his knee, flicks it forward, and that's going to go well over the bar, and that's going to be a foul on Stubbs again, and they're going to stop the clock.
All right, Stubbs is getting
And I think
something.
Stubbs is going to get a card here.
Don't make it
And
worse.
he does. Stubbs, I think at this point, he just needs to walk away, as he's got to come off the field anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, caution has been shown to Sterling's number 5, Kevin Stubbs. This booking occurs in the 63rd minute.
I don't know. I'm 50-50 on that call, just because they're both going for the ball. Yeah, Stubbs does show up off his boot, but
I still think it has to do with the hard foul that he surrendered before.
Yeah.
And then, you might get away with the first one. You're not going to get away with the second one. You're really not going to get away with the third. And this is where I think the official is just really trying to set the tone here with 18 minutes remaining. You see some instruction from Coach Marley's.
Matt Martin comes in for Kevin Stubbs.
And unfortunately, that's part of the way the game is played here. It's continuous play. A lot of times, basketball whistle stops action. You can sub somebody out. Here, it continues on. And yeah, I've lost my head in games before. It happens.
Sherman will restart for the Hermits. And the clock will start on the kick. And we are just about 18 minutes plus.
Look at that.
Away from the end of this game. Martin, a little confusion there with Josh Moreland on who is actually going to take the possession. Matt Martin comes in. Victor John there as well. Martin, and now you're going to see a lot more whistles because I think you're going to see the aggressiveness picked up here by
It's amped up. The clock, the time remaining.
The score.
Yeah, it's that time. It's go time.
It's all to play for the semifinals.
Moreland sets it up. As he assists on the only goal by Jimmy Zingaro. He's going to shoot this one from about 40 yards out. Good little flick off the foot of Martin, off the bar, and it's still bouncing around side, and it will be an offside. That went off of the hands of Ryan Turner, may have hit the bar.
Just a great save by Ryan Turner. Had a right on him, makes a great save and able to keep this game going.
Marley's does not like the offside call at all. He's trying to get an explanation, and it's going to be hard for the official on the near side to hear what Marley's is saying on the far side. But
and it's so hard for us with the angle we have. It's impossible for us to see. Here we go.
Martin again, shot, and just over the bar. He got all of that when the wind helped it a little bit as well. But the second shot in a row coming off the foot of Kevin Martin.
You can see Kevin Martin after he took that shot, that ball is dropping down.
Just missed. I think that caught a lot of people off guard too.
Yep. You got the wind with you. Why not take a far out shot?
Dangerous play there from Berkeley, left foot, and a foul. Looks like they were trying to leave it there as Martin is starting to feel it. It was Berkeley in the first half. Matt Martin coming on here strong in the second half. Victor John, oh no, excuse me, it's Josh Moreland. Moreland turns. Looking for Berkeley. Berkeley, good stop. Looking for help.
Ooh.
And it's kicked away nicely defensively by the Hermits. And
that's going to get
a foul on Jimmy Zingaro. Doesn't like the call.
Still playing. Now we're stopping.
St. Augustine trying to get this moving, and they did not. And foul was on Zingaro.
Here we
Sharkus.
go. He might get one now, Rob.
And
Here
now
we
they
go.
are going to bring Jimmy Zingaro in.
I think the ref was okay, and then all of a sudden he said, that's enough.
And they're going to give Jimmy Zingaro a yellow card.
A very late yellow card.
Ladies and gentlemen, caution has been shown to Sterling's number 14, Jimmy Zingaro. This booking occurs in the 66th minute.
So Jimmy Zingaro, the goal scorer, goes off with a yellow card. Mike Berkeley there.
Just asking an explanation for it, maybe.
All right, Coach just told Mike to back up.
They're going to bring in Josh Garcia.
So Mike Berkeley is going to probably play Jimmy Zingaro spot, and Josh Garcia is going to go in for Mike Berkeley spot.
So we'll see how the game twists a little bit on this. Because Berkeley's been extremely effective harassing the defenders for St. Augustine.
It's a little over 15 minutes remaining here in this contest. First opportunity here. Lomas off his line, makes a save, makes another save, and he falls on the rebound. 3 in a row from Joey Lomas and negates the equalizer. Great goalkeeping by Joey Lomas.
Wow.
What?
Wow. Sterling fans on their feet to our right.
That is a great piece of goalkeeping from Joey Lomas. Saved 3 and took away the equalizer. Handball.
And you can see how quickly by Coach Marley's having to switch things around. Right away, St. Augustine takes advantage.
Those yellow cards are really taking into effect, and Sterling could be facing in some big trouble right now.
Sterling Timmy Hall just boots it forward as well he should. Josh Moreland, the only one up offensively right now. Garcia and Kevin Martin. But I think Sterling going to just drop back and play some D here. Berkeley has dropped back to play D, and he's going to try to spring Moreland. He's going to run out of real estate here as that's going to roll in on Ryan Turner.
So how much time do we have to kill here, Rob?
14 minutes.
14 minutes with a 1-0 lead.
Prepare for those 14 minutes to feel like the longest
Yeah.
14 minutes of your life.
No doubt.
Maroney. Looking for Moreland. He's got some room. Moreland, can he get there? Moreland with some space. A little slow roller there. I don't think he got all of it there off of his right foot. I think he tried to flick it over and get it over Ryan Turner, and he could not, but a good opportunity there for Moreland.
Defender did a nice job of using his body on that play.
Got to pressure the keeper with these types of decisions right there. It's very, very dangerous to do it with this wind.
Look out.
Counter rush started by Cekanecchio at midfield. Looking forward, trying to get it to Davis. Goes in on Lomas, boots it forward. Berkeley decides wisely to stay back and play defense instead of pressuring.
Look out. Uh-oh.
Two swings and misses. Lomas off his line again and shot right in the chest. Aiden Davis put it right into the chest of Joey Lomas.
If Sterling comes out of this, I'm going to have to tell Lomas, stop giving me mini heart attacks.
Saved him twice. 2 miss hits almost cost Sterling.
Sense a little panic starting to set in for Sterling here.
Yes.
In this second half, in the last 15 minutes or so.
Well, I mean, refs been throwing out yellow cards left, right, and center, so you don't want to make you don't want to make a silly foul and get a yellow card.
Torpy sends it across the middle. Nobody home for the Hermits. Onto the foot of Torpy. Lomas will scoop this one up, take his time.
Well, sports is a game of momentum, and right now momentum is in St. Augustine's favor.
Sterling just needs really just some possession here and get back to what was working for them for the first, say, 55 minutes.
Well, what happened is Berkeley was getting a lot of your pressure. He's had to move back to defense because of the cards and the subs, and that's changed the outlook of this game, and now we're going to get a couple subs coming in here.
And
Let's
I
see.
think Jimmy Zingaro comes back in.
Yes, he does.
Zingaro and Camardo going to check back in for Sterling.
Now let's see.
Ermel's going to head off with Maroney.
Now let's see what are they going to do with Berkeley here.
I think they're going to keep him defensively.
All right. Hey, with the 1-0 lead, can't argue with that either.
Berkeley, a senior, was fouled in that first half, about 3/4 of the way through the first half to set up the goal. Moreland set it up for off the foot of Jimmy Zingaro, and that's the only tally so far. A foul against Kevin Martin.
Just about 10 minutes left into this game. Left of this game.
Low line drive, pinballs away, somehow finds a Hermit. Justin Burr sends it forward. Garcia, the only one there, can't corral it. For the first time in this half, the Hermits are really playing on this side of the field for once.
On that play, they've moved everyone up. Up until that series, they've stopped about midfield or further back, and now they're moving up, so this is it.
No choice for St. Augustine at this point, down by 1, and just about 10 minutes remaining. Seen 2 cards in this game, both to Sterling.
One given to Stubbs and one given to Zingaro. But Zingaro's back into this game.
Off Timmy Hall.
And it's going to be a penalty. It's going to be a handball.
Oh, wow.
They got it.
That's tough.
Goes off the hand of Timmy Hall, and a penalty kick situation to equalize the game. Aiden Davis is on to take the penalty kick. Their leading goal scorer, 12 goals on the season, is Aiden Davis. One-on-one with Joey Lomas. 70-57 on the clock, 1-0 Sterling. Davis waiting for the whistle. Here it is. Davis scores. 13th of the season for Aiden Davis, scores on the penalty kick, and it's 1-1 in the quarterfinals of the Coaches Cup.
Well, it's amazing. We talked about how momentum has changed. You could feel it on that last yellow card. The momentum of this game turned to St. Augustine's favor. They turned it into a goal, and we may be here a while, guys.
Coach Marley's talking to the official. I think Sterling still has the advantage here with it's about 9 minutes remaining.
St. Augustine goal, scored by number 17, Aiden Davis. Goal scored in the 71st minute. St. Augustine goal, Aiden Davis, 71st minute.
Justin Burr coming up from his defensive position.
And all of a sudden, that's really awakened Sterling up.
Well, they're a bit aggravated, to put it mildly.
Well, I mean, you have 2 yellow cards and you surrendered a goal all within 7 minutes. And now it's foul.
Wow, every call going against Sterling.
That,
right
I don't
now.
know how that didn't go Sterling's way, but spin move by Camardo. Davis, the goal scorer, equalizes it with just under 10 minutes remaining. Goes out of play, will be a Hermit throw, under 8 to play in the second half.
Sterling's just got to find a way to shift this momentum somehow.
Love to see we don't have the ability of replay here. Obviously, Timmy Hall did not try to put his hand on that ball inside the 18, but.
Well, I'm sure if the ref called it in a situation like this, it had to.
It had to be clear and obvious. Again, it happened on the far side of the field away from us. Martin giving chase, and all of a sudden, this St. Augustine team that Sterling controlled for the first 25 minutes of this second half has really come to life, Tad.
Yeah, they're doing a heck of a job. No panic. They got the break they needed. Now look out.
Chekanekio, only a sophomore, will get a throw in. Under 6 to play in this second half, all knotted up at 1. Torpy, Chekanekio, it's off the side of the cage. Sterling just has to find some sort of energy here for this final push, maybe get a goal late in a what would be, for all intent and purposes, a walk-off.
Even a corner would help Sterling out a little bit.
Flicked ahead defensively, Moreland giving chase. Wisely go back to Clark. Sends it up, Zagaro, playing with a yellow card. He's got to be careful. Far side. Chekanekio. Hall. Off the back of Ermel. Trying to get that inside the 18. Matt Martin there to head it forward. Zingaro there to help. Here comes the turn for the prep, and a great play defensively by Jadis McFadden, and it's going to force a corner here with just about 5 minutes remaining.
Sterling saying it should be a goal kick, and I don't know. That's a tough call to make.
All St. Augustine prep here in the final 10 minutes. I'd say even say 15, Ted.
Yep.
Corner from the near side on the way. Low line drive headed away. Another opportunity for them. Ethan Torpy fakes, now fires, and almost off the foot of Angel Collazo, the junior, who snuck in on the back post.
That is something you do not want to see right there from Sterling's defense. That ball could have easily been tapped in.
Sterling dodging bullets right now.
Probably also sweating bullets, too.
Yep.
Would have been a heck of a time for Angel Collazo to notch his second goal of the season. Here comes Berkeley. Berkeley scores! Mike Berkeley! A one-touch gets past Ryan Turner, and Sterling has taken the lead with less than 4 minutes remaining.
Great job from Mike Berkeley. Able to make the hustle. Makes the defender makes a mistake, and Berkeley able to use his athleticism, use his speed, and able to just get that ball around the keeper. And
that's just all hustle. You said it, Rob. You said it, Wiggles. He out-hustled the player. He made a play. What an outstanding play, Rob.
And you know what? Of all the players on the field today, he has been the best player on the field. He's hustled, he's muscled, and he's scored.
If they hold on, he's the one that got you there. And I think with the right behind him, how about our goalie?
Joey Lomas, yeah, has made some incredible stops. One in the first half where he had made that diving catch, and then he made that triple save right in the breakaway. Could have been a breakaway goal, right?
3.5 to play here in this second half. A flurry of goals here in this second half. We approach the 3-minute mark of this second half. Armits are really going to have to push up here. Hall kicks it away. Less than 3 minutes left to go on the clock. 78th minute. Martin just kicks it ahead, looking for Moreland. Moreland, Clark comes off his line, kicks it straight up in the air. The wind's going to take it. Moreland a chance to settle. Nice move from Martin. Martin crosses, saved by Clark, or Turner, excuse me.
I don't know if you saw Berkeley was right there on the doorstep if he could have gotten it to him. Numbers.
2.5 remaining. Looking near side for Ethan Torpy. Ethan Torpy one-on-one with Justin Burr. Cuts it into the inside. Goes outside now. Saved by Lomas. 2 minutes remaining as Lomas takes a peek over his left shoulder.
Oh, went out of bounds, unfortunately, I think. Oh, nice stop. Oh, not enough.
Hits
the camera mic.
Hits our field mic, of course.
The ball hit it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Chances of that.
Slim.
Who had those odds?
Not good.
90 seconds remaining here in this second half. Sterling leading 2-1 on the late goal by Mike Berkeley.
No foul right there on Mike Berkeley.
That's tough because it's right in front of the Sterling bench, too.
Zingaro looking to clear it out. Timmy Hall off his head, off Camardo. Kevin Martin wisely just kicks it way up ahead. That'll go out of play for a long throw-in.
Well, the difference between this and hockey, you can't ice the puck. You can ice the ball here, and with the wind at your back, going to make it very tough for St. Augustine.
Less than a minute to play here in the second half.
Well, under a minute now left to play in this game, and Sterling looking to maybe clinch this if they don't make a mistake.
Matt Martin cheats defensively, looks for offense, and now he's got to get back defensively. Ermel kicks it away. Out of play, 30 seconds left to go in the second half clock. McFadden is down. They're going to stop the clock with 27 seconds remaining.
The kick, though, for Sterling, if you can just about end this game, Rob, if you can get it to the goal, which you can do here. Let it go.
McFadden sends it up and out.
Perfect. A little further would have been nicer, though. This is last rush.
Be a St. Augustine throw. They got to go quick. They have 10 seconds remaining. Fumble the inbounds. Can't get a handle on it. And St. Augustine, Sterling pulls the upset and defeats the Hermits 2-1 on a late goal by Mike Berkeley.
Sterling will advance to the semifinals to be played at the Decoon Sports Complex in Cherry Hill. It's an 8 o'clock start tomorrow, the 27th of October.
What a game here from St. Augustine Prep. And Sterling advances to the semifinals.
There's your player of the game, Rob. Did an outstanding job. One of the two of us is going to have to go down on the sideline to do a post-game show. We're going to probably have Berkeley and our goaltender out there. Congratulations to Coach Marley's. We invite everybody to hang around another minute or two. We'll try and see if we can get the post-game show, as Sterling has won it by a score of 2-0.
Please be careful leaving the property and
And John and I are going to talk here while we have Rob going down on the field to talk to our players of the game. And just an outstanding effort there, John, for not only this team, but Mike Berkeley. What a whale of a game.
Mike Berkeley was honestly everywhere, and we called his name a lot during that first half. We didn't see him score a goal, but he made a lot of opportunities for Sterling and gave them a lot of chances. And that's something that you also got to account for too, is that he was able to create chances, and he was able to get the game-winning goal late on into that second half, of course. And just a great job from Mike Berkeley, a great overall performance from him.
Yeah, we're going to try and get Mike on. We're going to try and get on our goaltender. Outstanding job as Sterling's going down to the corner here with Coach Marley's, and we're going to talk to these guys real quick. And as we mentioned, they are going to play tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. They'll be playing in Cherry Hill across from the old Virtua Hospital. We're going to have to check in to see what the situation is for broadcast there, but we'll attempt to do something.
It's going to be a little bit difficult. I've actually been and I've played in on that field before. I'm trying to think of where you might be able to do it. I believe they do have some stuff for you to.
Well, we're going to work it out. We'll see. If there's a way to do it, we'll try to get down there. But again, it's going to depend on, you see Mr. Strauss out there with the team. It's going to depend on what is available to us. But that is tomorrow. It says an 8 o'clock game, so we're going to basically just got to stay tuned to social media to see what we can do with that. Can you guys hang a minute or two, or do you need me to close? I'll be here. All right.
yeah, you guys are good as much as you need.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, he doesn't have the information that I do. But yeah.
As we're back here again, you see Coach Marley's under an interesting circumstance that Sterling is going to the semifinals of the coaches tournament. And again, it was not only a team effort. We're identifying a couple players, John, but the energy of this game early on for Sterling was impressive.
It was very much impressive, and again, it was just that it was the countless attacks that Sterling was making, and just the chances that they were able to get. Again, I can't quite remember how many. I think the last time I checked, Sterling had 5 corners. So you saw Sterling able to get up to their opponent's end a lot more and create a lot more chances, and of course those chances lead to goals.
And that's what happened today. And Mike Berkeley, with a great hustle effort on that last goal, is what is putting Sterling into the semifinals. And again, it's going to be interesting that 2 of the teams in the semifinals, one being Sterling, the other being Cinnamon, are going to be playing in the Group 2 playoff bracket. And it's a team, they could play them tomorrow and then end up playing them again. West Deptford.
Forgot about West Deptford.
Oh, West Deptford's still in it too. So that's another team that is still in it. So 3 teams, 2 of them in the same division in Sterling and West Deptford. Going to be interesting to see what happens. Again, tomorrow night, again, the field they're going to play on, for people in our area, it's across from the old virtual hospital that was knocked down. There are turf fields across the street there in a complex, and that's where the game is going to be played. And we will reach out tomorrow and figure out, if we're able to get down there, what we can do. We can bring generator power, but we will do our best to see if we can get it done. If we can get it done, John will find a way. We'll get it done.
It's going to be a very interesting match. Like we said, it's another Group 2 school, Cinnamon, and a team that you're likely going to face in the Group 2 tournament that's is going to come next week.
And most likely, if they haven't put out the official seedings, I haven't seen them yet. They have the projected ones. Okay. So we would open with Pleasantville. Unofficially, they would have had us at 2. I think Cinnamon would have been 3. So there's a chance you could play them in the semifinals of the coaches tournament, and then the semifinals, if everything stays and no one gets upset, you could see them twice, with the luxury of having Delran after that. And unfortunately, in Sterling's case, our season has ended many times at the hands of Delran. One time was a heartbreaker at home about 8 or 9 years ago. We lost on penalty kicks. So we'll see. You enjoyed today. It was a fantastic win. We got some breaks, some tough circumstances with a couple calls, and you beat a very high-quality team here today. And Coach Marley said it was easily the toughest team he's played on the schedule this year, so that's got to really help them out.
It really does, and it also, we always say this, it just gets you prepared for that Group 2 tournament, and you face the likes of these Group 4 schools, Group 3 schools that have a lot more people to choose from, have those bigger schools, and it's honestly just a great win here for Sterling.
Well, Coach Marley's has proven himself correct. He said he feels might be the best team he's ever coached at Sterling. Remember, how long did we go with only giving up 1 goal, and that 1 goal was in a garbage time? So we went 15 games with just giving up 1 goal?
It was Lomas had a 13-game record.
So 13 in a row.
13 in a row, yeah. So then they faced Haddonfield, where he let up the goal, and that was also Sterling's first loss, not to mention a very interesting game.
What we're waiting, we're stalling right now. The kids are getting changed. You can see, obviously, you can figure out who our goalie is. He's not hard to figure out. He's one of our players of the game. And the other one's not hard to figure out with his long blonde hair is Mr. Berkeley. They're going to be wandering over with Coach. We have Rob Strauss is down on the field now waiting for them to make their way over, get a quick word with them. And we'll move on from there. But, again, can't thank the St. Augustine staff here. It's our second time here in 7 years. And, again, they're nothing but nice things to say about how they've been with us and helping us out and very accommodating. And, again, it's one of the nicest press boxes that we've been in here. This is a nice place. Very impressive.
And, of course, I heard some of the players talking about the school. They absolutely
they
love the
inside,
school.
Yeah.
They love the inside. They got to see the tour of it, of course, during that thunderstorm delay. And all I heard was just them raving about how pretty the school was and how good the turf field was. And honestly, it's just it looks amazing.
All right, there you see Joey Lomas and Mr. Strauss. They're going to go over to our microphone position. We're going to get Mike Berkeley and the coach here in a second. And we'll get Mr. Strauss to put his interview skills to work. And he teaches you guys how to do. Usually we have Mr. Schulz here. Mr. Schulz is not able to make it. So we're going to put Mr. Strauss in there, and we're going to talk to our players. And it looks like the first one we're going to get here is going to be Joey Lomas. So take it away, Rob.
Thank you very much, Tad, here with Joey Lomas. Joey, I think first and foremost, congratulations. Talk us through a little bit about that 3 save performance that you had on that 3 possession. It was unbelievable. 3 in a row, saved the game right there for us.
Well, for most of the first half, they didn't really have a lot of chances, and I was not expecting them to have that many chances going into the second half, seeing that they had the wind against them. But like St. Augustine does, they just played good small soccer, and eventually they just broke through our defense and got 3 good shots, but I was able to make 3 good saves.
How tough was the wind on both sides? Talk about the first half wind and then the difference and what adjustments you made in the second half.
The first half wind, I knew that on all corners and any long free kicks, I would have to stay in net and be ready for a shot. And then I knew going into the second half, that would be my opportunity to play some long balls and hopefully get a through ball to a Mike Berkeley or a Josh Bourne that could go out there and score one.
And obviously Mike Berkeley, you found Mike Berkeley on the game winner with under 4 to go. What's going through your mind on that penalty kick? Did you have any idea where he was going to put that ball, or to walk us through that a little bit?
I was just trying to guess, and hopefully I guessed right, but he just put it right down the middle, which no one ever wants to guess right there. So,
unbelievable performance again. Thanks for coming on with us. Congratulations. Good luck tomorrow night. We'll bring in Mike Berkeley with the game winner. There he is. Congratulations, Mike. What a great game. You were up and down the field the entire game, and I think we all said this up while we were broadcasting the game. You had a little extra energy in you today. What was it that brought it out of you today? That it's probably the fastest we've seen you play all season.
Well, I mean, obviously this is the biggest stage, maybe the biggest stage we'll play on all year, considering the circumstances. We're in a big school. Kids pay tuition to come to. I mean, they're just all these kids. We were the underdogs, and people were doubting us like they have been all year, and I didn't want to be doubted anymore.
Walk us through that last goal. Lomas sends it up, somehow finds you. Tell us a little bit about the goal.
Well, I mean, I was trying to do that all game. I was trying to get behind, and they fumbled the ball in the back. He was looking for the goalie to come out. Goalie was too late, and I just tapped it by him. Just poor defending, I guess, Shane Clancy.
So they moved you back about midway through that second half defensively after a couple of yellow cards. Was there any panic on the sideline with you guys? It looked like you guys had everything organized, but what was it like playing forward for most of the game, then come back and playing that almost like midfield back defensive position?
Well, I mean, I played there pretty much all last year, so it was already locked in my brain what I had to do. And we just needed Jimmy to go out for a little bit, cool his head off, so he didn't force himself into a red card. And by me putting me back there, it's something that I can do, and we can put Josh Garcia up there, which we did, and he did a fine job up there.
Mike, congratulations on the win. Go get warm on that bus. You got a game coming up. Coach, it is cold. You're more appropriately dressed than I am. Coach, congratulations on the win. Some tense moments in that last 15 minutes. I know that it was pretty crazy for you. What were you telling your team after they got the goal to tie the game up?
Just telling them to keep playing. We've talked a lot about 80 minutes, regardless of the score. To us it was 0-0 at halftime, even though we were up 1. It was just you have to play the game out. So when they scored, it's a testament to the character of the boys on the field that their composure remained, intact, and they were able to fight through it, because that's a really bad goal to concede there at the PK when you're defending the way you've been defending, and a questionable, I don't know, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But to give up a goal like that, it could be backbreaking. But the leadership we have and the players that we have, you saw what they were able to do moving forward.
Was this the best game that you've seen Mike Berkeley play in his career here? I mean, he seemed like he was on fire today from the jump. In our opinion, probably the best player on the field today. Was this the best game you've seen him play?
Yeah, so Mike was built for this game, And there's games where maybe he's not built for. But today was a game that he was built for, and that's why we have him where we have him. And, we talked about from the outside looking in that there may be some questions about why he's playing there, because he's definitely more of a player that you would maybe see in the middle of the field winning balls, stuff like that. But he proved today why he's there, and he's now got goals in back-to-back games and coach tournament games, and speaks volumes of him. And just, I mean, if you look at what he does on the field, it's work. It's work rate. So it's about the work that he puts in, and it's awesome to see him, find the back of the net and get rewarded for that work.
Coach, you got Cinnaminson coming up tomorrow. No rest. Going right into Cinnaminson, right in our pretty much in our backyard tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. What do you know about Cinnaminson, and what's the game plan?
Know nothing about Cinnaminson. I do zero scouting prior to knowing who we're playing. So I never look ahead. So know nothing about them, other than the fact that they did tie West Stafford earlier in the year. I know they're a quality team. They've always been a quality team, well coached, a lot of talented players. So, we'll recover here and we'll dial it back up for tomorrow.
All right, Coach, congratulations. Go get on that warm bus. Yeah. Congratulations. Tad, back up to you guys.
Thank you very much, Rob, as you see everything here in the distance. And John, just an outstanding day for Sterling soccer.
It was, especially the rain didn't bother us, the wind didn't bother us too much, and it was a very interesting game whatsoever. It was a very interesting game to the very end, and hopefully kept us, the viewers, and it kept us entertained.
It was a great game for sure. And again, hopefully we'll be able to do something tomorrow. Just stay tuned to our social media. We'll figure out what's going to happen with that in the Cherry Hill game. Again, Sterling wins. They advance on to take on Cinnaminson tomorrow night. For Rob Strauss and John Holwood, I'm Tad Kozaneski. We'll talk to you next time right here on Sterling TV 19.